An everyday item has 4 tiny numbers, 8, 6, 4, and 2, embossed on it. Each number is more recessed than the previous one. What is the object?
Anyone else just looking around their location right now?
8, 6.
Well, I would, but I can see that Amelie's location is a beautifully appointed soundproofed music studio, and I feel like there aren't quite as many everyday objects as I have in my studio here.
Yeah, no. You said 8642?
Mm-hmm. 8642.
When you say recessed, you mean like smaller or less?
They're like further in. So if they were layered, it's like there's an 8 and the 6 is slightly deeper in, or it's more recessed. It's further into the object. The 4 is further in. The 2
So I guess the question,
furthest.
or one of the questions coming to my mind is this recessing on purpose? Is that part of the design, or is it just from use? People are pressing certain numbers more than others, and so it's
I
deepening
actually
them.
got to do the thing a while back where I just walked up to a friend's, they lived in a big block of flats. The entry code, there were 4 numbers on that keypad
Oh no!
that were just completely worn away. And I'm like, I mean, it's going to be a year. It's 4 digits and 2 of them are 1 and 9. So I've got like a 50-50 shot on just walking up and guessing their code while they're with me. I'm like, I'm going to get to be this smug once in my lifetime. This is... And I picked the wrong one of the 2 options.
Yay!
And the
you were
police
locked out forever.
came.
It was, I can't remember what the numbers were, but it was either something like 1975 or 1957, and I guessed the wrong one, and I looked like a complete jackass, so... it was worth the
Everybody
try.
who was watching.
No, just to my friend who was like, why did you do that? I was trying to be...
Is that Tom Scott across the road putting in the wrong code for an apartment door?
Oh, don't even.
Because, yeah, that was definitely my first sort of thought, but then there would be more numbers that aren't being mentioned. I don't know.
And you say it's like everyone would have that object?
Yeah, everyone would have... Well, not everyone, but it's a very common object.
And it's just like one model of this has the 864. Like, not everyone's going to have a version with that on it.
I will say, not everybody will have the 8642 version. There are other implementations of the same idea on similar objects. Is that vague enough for you, clue wanters?
For some reason, my head went like an egg timer, but I don't know why you would do 8, 6, 4, and 2 for that. That's not a
soft-boiled egg, a really soft-boiled egg, a not boiled egg, and a raw egg.
Yeah, that's...
I'm just looking at my calculator now, going, oh, no, well, 80085, but that's about it.
Would it be more of a kitchen thing?
You would not have this in your kitchen ever. This would have never entered your kitchen.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Never entered.
Well, now I'm
the
thinking
kitchen.
cars.
Yeah,
Like, if
that's where
something's
I
never
went.
entered the kitchen, what is there going to be in a car that has numbers like that? There's something tickling the back of my head here, and I cannot work out what it is.
Is this how rotary phones worked?
Is it in a car?
It is not in a car.
That's suspicious.
Oh,
It's on a car or around a car?
Actually, it is also in a car.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on, you can't do this
It
to
would be
us.
it would be bad practice and I believe illegal not to have one in your car.
Ooh. Oh.
Okay, this isn't France where you need like a warning triangle and a load of stuff in the back of your car for safety. So what? Seat belts?
I know one thing that I believe we require to have one of in your car, and that's the spare tire.
Yeah, but not everyone interacts with that all the time, surely.
Well, to say that they have to interact with it or just that they have to have it?
Oh, yeah.
And in which case, I don't know enough about cars to know what numbers would mean. Is it like telling you how long you have to wait until a tire gets replaced or something? Is it a lifespan of tire?
Oh, because the tread on the tyre will have a millimetre depth gauge or something like that. Is it something that gets eroded away? Or
Look, it does get eroded away, and I will say, in terms of what the numbers represent, Danny and probably Tom, I would say, definitely, you will have never seen 8642. That is not an indication marker that we would have ever seen because, I mean, yeah, you've pretty much hit the nail on the head.
So does that mean it's an America system?
Yes, that is an American system for tire depth. You cracked it straight away.
Wait, what are they measuring? What
So,
units are these?
Okay, don't get me started on what the Americans are measuring. These are 8, 6, 4, and 2 32ths of an inch.
Oh my God.
So don't even get me started. It's like, how many 32ths of an inch do we need? I don't know.
You can reduce those fractions.
Yeah, right. Your final one is 2. Why not go 1/16? No. It's 2 32ths.
The first one is a quarter.
Yeah. But yes. So it is the depth of tire tread because tread has a minimum depth and it starts at 8/32 of an inch. And as it wears away, you wear down to the 6, you wear down to the 4, you wear down to the 2, and then there's like, okay, you gotta change them. You gotta change the tires. You're at the 2 level. Obviously, we wouldn't have that in Australia. We don't measure things like that. We don't actually have millimeter gauges in Australia usually. We have, and does anyone know another system that people use? A very common thing for tire tread checking?
I thought you were supposed to just look at the swirly pattern on it and figure out whether it's flat enough yet.
Amelie, do you know? Is there any? Do you know how to check the tread of your tires?
I don't interact with my tires myself. Someone else takes care of that for me.
Not even when they're in your kitchen, just sitting on the couch. So the other common thing you often see is they just have a single ridge, unlabeled, but it's just a ridge of rubber that goes across the width of the tire. If your tread is level with that ridge, then you need to change the tire. The fun one I found out is that in Australia, the official guidelines are also built around our currency. That they say if you take a 20-cent coin and the bill of the platypus, this is so Australian. If you take a 20-cent coin and the bill of the platypus is level with the...
When you say the bill of the platypus, I want to make it clear to Americans that this is not like a bill of money. Like, it's not like a $5 bill with a platypus on it.
The duck bill of the duck-billed platypus.
And you're also not getting an actual platypus, a thing which has a bill, and sticking it into the tyre.
The 20-cent coin, which is itself embossed with a platypus, the bill of the platypus, if that lines up with the top of your tyre tread when you stick the coin in, then you've got a 3mm tread and you're fine. But if you can't see the outside ridge of a 10-cent piece, well, then you've got to replace your tyres. That's official guidelines.
I feel like we're doing one of those things where they refuse to use proper measurements. So that there is a meteorite that's just landed on Earth and it is 2.5 camels wide.